after wild consultation with our stakeholders and our expanded neck and everything, the Ijaw nation, the IYC, has come to conclusion, agreement, that we are going to partake in the nationwide protest to register our displeasure in the Nigerian government, in the current system of governance in Nigeria that has put high level of hardship on our people, and that is the position of IYC. We are going to go ahead with the protest. We are mobilizing, we are galvanizing, and let me also clear one impression. IYC is a pressure group. We are partaking in this protest because our people are having the negative impact of bad governance. Those in our royal communities are having the impact. As we speak, some communities, a sachet of pure water is now being sold for 100 naira. There is no potable water in our communities. Today, transportation has skyrocketed. In fact, it has gone up to 200% increment in fares of transportation. Our people are bearing the brunt of poor government policies and poor government administration in Nigeria. Why are we supporting this protest? We want to register our concern. We want to draw the attention of the federal government to those important areas that our people need improvement. And after due diligent consultation, our people, stakeholders have come to agreement that we are partaking in the protest. And let it also be on record that nobody is funding us. We are doing this protest with our hard-earned money. Everybody is paying themselves to the venue to register their displeasure, and they are paying themselves back to their various homes. No penny is coming from anywhere. No kobo is coming from any quarter, but from the purse of the IYC and those volunteers that want to come and support and register the position of Ijaw nation in the issues of governance in Nigeria. IYC, as a youth organization, as a pressure group, as a movement, is not an organ of the Bayelsa state government. Neither is it an extension or a branch of any political party, unless people are not well abreast with how the IYC was established and the essence of the formation of the IYC. You see, be you governor, be you senator, be you minister, be you president, in as much as IYC is concerned, you might be an interested party. And your position is your position. That is not the position of the IYC. Today, the governor of Bayelsa State is a respected leader. He's our respected leader. And I will never join issues with him. But one thing is certain. IYC is not an organ or a department of the Bayelsa State government. And the Bayelsa State government cannot, in its totality, determine what is legitimate and what is illegitimate about the IYC. As a pressure group, we have our own constitution, which is our working document. We have our models of operation. As the only Ijaw state, homogeneous Ijaw state, and that the responsibilities of Ijaw-related affairs are shadowed with the government of Bayelsa State does not mean that IYC is an organ of Bayelsa State, where the government will say that this is this and that is that. As youth organizations, we are bound to have issues. And when we have issues, we approach the court to introduce, explain in clear terms the position of our constitution, which is our working document. Having been the president of IYC and his ESCOs, an appointee of a government, then we believe that the onus lies with the government to decide who is legitimate and illegitimate. But as I said earlier before, the governor of Bayelsa State is our respected elder, is our respected leader, and he understands how council is being operated. Even as that, he's an interested party on who becomes the IYC president and who does not become. Even though he supported candidate did not emerge, does not mean that he will stand in the place to bring division into the IYC. Government insincerity and lack of consideration of the suffering of the people. You know, those that found themselves within the corridor of power are so comfortable because they are not feeling the impact of what the masses are feeling. So what are we saying? That the government inability to quickly put the moribund refineries that is owned by the federal government into use and giving products to the Dangote refinery and the modular refineries that they use to play politics are some of the reasons why we are where we are. And that is why in my previous outing, I made it very clear that those within the petroleum sector, some of them that have failed the president, needs to be fired. The NNPC, the Petroleum Ministry, and its parastatals that has the responsibility of making these refineries to work that have failed should be fired with immediate effect. This is no time where you will play politics with the feelings of Nigerians. That time has come and gone. Believe you me, as a son of the Niger Delta, go to our riverine communities. We have the NNPC floating stations. But to even see products to buy in those float stations, we don't see one. I can tell you for free that as we speak today, petrol, the price of fuel in our riverine communities has been sold for 2,000 and above. How do you expect our people to have a good living condition? Inflation is increasing. If inflation increased by 50% in urban areas, the rural areas, I believe you, the inflation rate is over 200%. And that is what our people are passing through. And this nationwide protest are the opportunity, the platform where we are going to register our displeasure. So there is no way the IYC is going to back out. We are going to coordinate ourselves. We will coordinate ourselves in a peaceful manner so that the protest we are going to carry out is going to be peaceful. It's going to last 2 months. We are going to be on the street for the coming 2 months for the sake of the process until the federal government bring out policies that are going to ameliorate the suffering of our people, especially the Ijaw people that are living in our rural communities. The other thing I don't think is out of place for the IYC as a pressure group to ask for the federal government as a matter of urgency to implement true federalism. It is not out of place as the IYC, as a pressure group, to ask the federal government that they should, as a matter of urgency, see how they can do to reverse or reduce by any means necessary the petrol price from the present 2,500 or 150 naira pump price that they are buying, or 1,500 as the case may be that they are buying per liter of fuel at the urban areas, back to 200 or 150 naira. It is not out of place for the Ijaw man, being the IYC and its member, to tell the federal government that the hunger level in our communities are unbearable and is unbecoming. That as a matter of national urgency, they should come to our areas that are very, very conversant, very, very good with rice farming. That they should come and implement the agricultural policies that will bring food sufficiency. They should not play politics with the development of the people of the Niger Delta. The governor of Bayelsa State is our leader, and we don't want to join issues with him. But instigating the security agencies against peaceful protesters is actually uncalled for. He knows that IYC as the mother youth organization of the Niger Delta, if protest of this magnitude is being held, it is even our responsibility as council to see that we guide the process even though we are not partaking, it's expected of us to give security, guide the youth against violence. But this time we are partaking in the protest. So instigating security agencies against peaceful protester is uncalled for. Till date, I don't know where the fear of the governor is coming from. As I've said it earlier before, IYC under my leadership is not under any sponsorship pattern from any persons. And we can never be used as political tools to instigate crisis or stage criminal-tended protest against any government. We are only coming as interested party that have the pains of our people with the poor government policies that are affecting them. Those are what we want to come and register, and not to come and cause crisis. And it's quite unfortunate that the governor is calling security agencies to go about arresting peaceful protesters. In as much as I'm not in his good book, I'm not also expecting him not to direct them to arrest me. I'm expecting my arrest. But let it be on record. Let all leaders of Ijaw nation be put into record. Let the Nigerian nation, the Nigerian citizens, the free citizens of Nigeria be put into record that my arrest has already been planned. Let the international community, let the human rights nation, let the human rights community also be aware that my arrest has already been planned by the Bayelsa state government. But that is not going to deter us from carrying out the peaceful protest which we have planned, because it is the only platform where we can register the displeasure our people are having with poor government policies. And let me still re-emphasize, is it bad that the IYC is asking that the amnesty budget of 65 billion naira that was given or allocated to the commission in 2009, and it has been remained like that till date, still be kept like that? Is it not high time that the amnesty budget be reviewed from 65 billion to 200 billion, so that at least a window can be open for more persons to be put into the amnesty program for upward stability of the Niger Delta region? We have seen that subsequent governments that have come into the management of Nigeria affair does not have the people of the Niger Delta, especially the Ijaw nation, at heart. And we cannot fold our hands to watch people come and undermine a region, an ethnic bloc that is laying the golden egg for the survival of the nation. Let's call a spade a spade. Is it out of place if the IYC, under my leadership, come and tell the federal government that they should remove the NDDC from the treasury signal account, so that the NDDC can carry out signature projects that can be beneficial to the people of the Niger Delta? Is it out of place if the IYC, under my leadership, call on the federal government that they should carry out intensive environmental remediation of hydrocarbon polluted areas in the Ijaw communities? Is it wrong? Is it wrong if the IYC is saying that the federal government should direct the NDDC to partner with state governors so that we will not be having duplicated projects in our communities and our region, so that the NDDC can implement signatures projects that are going to be beneficial? Look at Bayelsa State with 8 local governments. Even the state capital cannot even boast of 8 hours light. If the NDDC partner with Bayelsa state government that electricity is a priority, now that electricity has been removed from the exclusive lift to the concurrent, where state governors and every other person can generate electricity, if the NDDC partner is Bayelsa state, tell the NDDC that this is our priority area, we are having issues of electricity, and with the surplus gas in Bayelsa state, If the NDC partner with Bayelsa State government, can't they generate electricity that will be sufficient for the 8 local government? Our own is to speak truth to power. Our own is to speak the way it is and push for it. We are also asking that the host come 3%. When are they going to implement it effectively for the benefit of our people? I don't think it is out of place for the IYC to come and register their displeasure on behalf of all the Ijaw ethnic nationalities that are residing in the Niger Delta. We have also asked if it is out of place for the IYC to ask the federal government to direct the IOCs operating in the Niger Delta region to relocate their head offices to any of the states in the Niger Delta, so that the jobs opportunity that we have created, the tax that these employees are paying, can be paid into our state for further infrastructural developmental purposes. That is not out of place. So if anybody is trying to politicize this protest, let it be on record that that is not the essence why the IYC is supporting this protest, but to register the position of the Ijaw people in the Nigerian government and the system of governance that the Nigeria is operating.